Hello, 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 everyone. It's good to welcome you in. So we're just allowing the room to fill in. It's super exciting.
Hi everyone, you're welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining from. Welcome to the opening ceremony.
So my name's Oyindamola Faithful, and I'm joined by my co-host.
Busayo.
And so we're just allowing the room to fill in, and we will kick off with the opening from 3 o'clock UK times. It's very, very exciting to be in the 7th cohort. I can't even believe that we're at cohort 7. Besides, what cohort were you in?
I think I was in the first one, I actually
Wow.
thought it like a few minutes ago. Say, you know what? I was actually in the first one. Wow. I'm
I
very
I think I was in the second. I think I was in the second, and then by the third one, Mr. Kane had roped me in. Maybe. But yeah, it's amazing, amazing. Honestly, we're super, super happy to be with you guys on this 7th and now global cohort
mm-hmm,
as well.
mm-hmm.
So we've seen this organization truly grow over the last few years. So it's exciting to be with you guys. We're letting the room fill up, fill up. But you know what? While we do that, it'll be great to have people comment where they're joining us from, their names, where they're joining us from, just so we can shout out the truly global representation that's in this room.
So guys, please feel free to write in the chat box where you're joining from, your names maybe, Let's try to make this as interactive as possible. Please do not hesitate to put your comments, questions, everything in the chat box. Hi,
Oh,
Susanna from Lisbon. Interesting. Hello, Mano from Mexico. Wow. Oh, wow.
wow. Malaysia, I can see Malaysia's in the house. Cape Town, yes. Lagos, Nepal, Doha. Wow, it's all coming in now.
Brazil, Lagos, Morocco. Okay. This is interesting.
Indonesia.
Peru. Wow. Welcome, everyone. Okay, I see my Niger people too.
Oh, I see Melbourne as well. Wow, what time is it there? Ethiopia's in the house as well. Hi, Salamawit. Praise from Nigeria. Linus from Cameroon. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Maria from Peru. Noha from Egypt. Roshni from Nepal. Abigia from Ethiopia. Bambo from Cameroon. Francis from Chile. Hind from Morocco. Kate, UK. Disha from India. Lovely, lovely, lovely to have you all with us. Oh, St. Kitts and Nevis. Wow.
Wow. This is actually a bit shocking and also, just impressive and just amazing, totally. Wow.
Honestly.
Wow. Okay, it's already 3 o'clock. Thank you all for joining. I'm pretty sure many more people would come on as we go along, but let's kickstart this ceremony by taking the game Global Arts in Medicine Fellowship Anthem. I believe a video should play now.
Just as we wait for that video to come up, I think it was in cohort 3 actually that the anthem was composed. It was just before COVID, and we were still kind of meeting in person as well. But the anthem really brought us together, and it's great to know that we took, you know, the fellows were able to compose it.
I believe I was sent to bring joy to the world. I believe that I owe them my love and my care, more than just an armor, a light in the dark and a flower in bloom. He'll bloom, shine so bright. Together we can heal the world. He'll bloom, shine so bright. You and me, filled with love. No more sorrow and pain, there is joy you receive. From within there is so much that we can give. Take my hand, walk with me. I'll be your shoulder when you need a friend. He'll bloom, shine so bright. Together we can heal the world. He'll bloom, shine so bright. You and me, filled with love. He'll bloom, shine so bright. Together we can heal the world. He'll bloom, shine so bright. You and me, filled with love. You and me, filled with love.
The song always just really just
Yo,
it's
I was trying to tell myself, come back here. Don't start emotional. And then the video with it, oh my gosh.
Oh, it really sets the tone. So thank you again, everyone, for joining. We're gonna go straight on to the shout out. Welcome to the Global Arts Medicine Fellowship family. And we're going to be sharing a shout out video to you from our alumni.
Welcome to Global Arts in Medicine Fellowship Cohort 7. I'm Damilola Talabi and I'd like to say welcome. We've made plans for you and we're excited to have you on board. And I'd like to encourage you to not only explore over 20 sessions in our curriculum with IED faculty members, but to also connect.
Hola, marhaban, khabari, guten tag, salam alaikum, dumela, and welcome to the Global Arts in Medicine Fellowship opening ceremony. I'd like to welcome you with warm arms and encourage you to stay open as you embark on this beautiful journey. Here you'll make friends that you'll not ever make anywhere else. You'll keep connections that will help you only grow and thrive in the work that you're doing. Here you'll be seen and celebrated for who it is that you are, for your individuality. And so I hope that you are excited just as I am.
Welcome to a new journey, a very exciting journey of creativity where we see it transform lives. Global Arts and Medicine Fellowship is about making a difference, and this is why we are all here.
3 things that I took back from the fellowship. The first thing is just my exposure to different ideas and different projects that are taking place all over the world. The second thing is I could build a community to bounce off ideas, to share, to express, to work together. And the third thing is through the leadership role that I took up for my region, I learned more about myself as well as my team.
استثنائية من الاكتشاف والتطوير والإبداع وتحويل الشغف لواقع وتكوين صداقات قوية مع الزملاء من مختلف الخلفيات الثقافية وتبادل الآراء والمعرفة والخبرات في بيئة داعمة ومحفزة.
A massive welcome to all of the new Global Arts in Medicine Fellows. I hope you have a wonderful time learning together and connecting with one another. I know you're going to have an amazing journey ahead. Best of luck with it all.
If you are part of this fellowship, mark my words, today is going to change your life. Over the next 12 weeks, you will be engaging in practices with people and across platforms that you may not even be able to think of right now. If I could give you any advice, it is to be present, to stay curious, to participate, and mostly to reflect and ask yourself, why am I here? And what is important for me as I build myself and my network to serve my community and the world.
Wow, that was wonderful. I hope you guys have enjoyed that beautiful video from our very diverse alumni, as you can tell. If you saw an alumni from your country, feel free to, put a chat in the put a comment in the chat box. You might want to link up with them, or just see what they're doing in your country, or even start your own in your country if your country wasn't there. Anyway, moving on, we're going to hear an opening remark from one of our board members, Amy Tuttle. She's the executive director at Cindy World, Cincinnati, Ohio. Hello, Amy.
Hello.
Okay, good. Hi, you're welcome.
Good to see you. How are you today?
Great, thank you. I'm going to leave the floor to you now.
Okay, perfect. All right, so hello, greetings. My name is Amy Tuttle, and I am joining our welcoming ceremony today from Cincinnati, Ohio, USA. I am so deeply pleased on behalf of the faculty and the board of directors of the Global Arts in Medicine Fellowship to welcome each and every one of you as you embark on this truly tremendous, vibrant, unique, and I would also say essential journey of learning. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Just take a moment and really look around. Look around at the screens. Take in and enjoy, admire our amazing, amazing global representation. It's really special. We're starting to see it in the chat. We have people who are joining from all over the world to connect in the same place at the same time, to represent a dedication to growth, to learning, and to collaboration. So welcome to this special experience. And we're really enthused to meet you, cohort number 7. I think I've heard this already. We're kind of in awe that you are the 7th cohort for us, and it's incredible to meet you. We hope that this experience represents a growing global response to this field of study that we really care about, which is arts in medicine. So since 2017, we have, through this program, supported over 1,000 fellows from 60 plus different countries, and you're joining that network. That network is significant. It's deeply meaningful, deeply impactful. So as you embark on this journey of interdisciplinary collaboration, of skill building, of research, of personal and professional growth, remember that you're part of a growing and vast network, which is something to truly hold as an excitement, as well as a point of belonging, as we're gaining professional skill, gaining personal skill, improving this field of study that we really care about. During this entire fellowship, I have an encouragement in your direction. I really encourage you to stay as connected as possible to why you said yes to this journey, to why is it that you filled out that application, and how can you most meaningfully engage with the opportunity as you continue. Please consider, why is it important for me to pursue this opportunity? And you might want to start thinking now, early on in the journey, about how you can sustain this why. Over the next weeks, when life becomes busy and the demands of family, etc., are pulling you in different directions, it's really essential to have clarity about your why so that you can stay meaningfully, deeply engaged. And keep that yes, keep it close, keep it available for yourself. Another point of encouragement that I have for you is to find and take as many opportunities as possible to deepen your engagement throughout the program. Stay connected. Take advantage of meeting all of these excellent people, wonderful professionals, deeply engaged in their work, here to learn together. Take advantage of this collaborative opportunity to connect personally and professionally. So, congratulations. And once again, a warm, warm welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your participation, for your essential contributions to our beloved field of arts and healing, arts and health. And we really look forward to getting to know you over the fellowship over the next week. So enjoy.
Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you so much, Amy. Honestly, it's been amazing working with you over the course of this fellowship, just how much of yourself you've poured into this organization. We truly, truly appreciate you. We are gonna head over to some testimonials. So you can hear from previous fellows, from the alumni, what they took away from this fellowship. So I'll try my best to read. I wish I was as good as Trevor Noah at doing different accents, but this one I can do as it is my accent. From the outset, I was inspired by everyone's voices and vision, the evidence, the stories, the teaching, and the passion that unites us in advocating that the arts are an invaluable vehicle for health and well-being. This was an intense, thorough, invaluable, and varied course. I will take away lifelong learning, friendship, and a legacy in the form of a desire to keep teaching, demonstrating, and promoting arts in healthcare. Thank you. And that was Elizabeth Molyneux from England, and she was part of the fellowship earlier this year. So Yu Chung Hung, an expressive art therapist based in Hong Kong, said, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to Kunle Adewale, now Dr. Kunle Adewale, his exceptional leadership and the team for their unwavering dedication and commitment to connecting participants globally. Their tireless efforts behind the scenes have made this fellowship possible, fostering an inclusive and supportive community of like-minded individuals. I also want to express my immense appreciation to the invited speakers who shared their expertise and high-quality content on the intersection of arts and medicine. Their profound insights have reinforced the importance of our work in combating mental illnesses such as depression, anxiety, and loneliness. With a shared mission, we are united in our belief in the power of art as a medium to alleviate suffering and promote mental health through expressive art therapies and social prescription in local communities and globally. The Arts in Medicine Fellowship has been a transformative learning, inspiration, and growth journey. I'm deeply thankful for the opportunity to be part of this program. Armed with this knowledge and insights from the training, I'm excited to contribute to the field of art and health in the near future. We have a leadership role in combating mental illness and promoting well-being together. We can harness the power of art to alleviate suffering and create a world where art can be accessible to all, fostering healing, connection, and hope. So Sebel Wangel Gima Bayu from Ethiopia says that it was honestly one of the best experiences I have had. It was very insightful, interesting, and inspiring. I gained so much from the webinars and interaction with my fellows, and also from the project we did. I loved seeing all the things that are possible through arts in medicine. The admins and facilitators were also very helpful and open for any issues we had, which made the experience that much better. I'm excited to use all the things I learned through this fellowship in the future as I'm in the medical field. Fela Benabed from Algeria says, participating in the Global Arts and Medicine Fellowship has been nothing short of transformative. Through this enriching experience, I've discovered the impact arts can have on health and well-being, the way they can facilitate emotional catharsis and nurture resilience. I've also learned how integrating artistic practices into clinical environments can humanize care, improve patient outcomes, and cultivate a supportive atmosphere for both patients and healthcare providers. Beth Wangyu Ruga, from Kenya. My experience at Arts and Medicine Fellowship is the greatest this year. It was an action-packed journey of networking, sharing, learning, unlearning, teamwork, and triumph. The fellows from all over the world, the coordinators, and the lecturers were great team players. Stephanie Orho, who's a textile artist and curator, says, my experience has been very insightful and eye-opening. I have always loved working with kids, but bringing therapeutic art and showing these kids how to use drawing to up their creativity is special. The idea that different expressions of art can bring healing and help special needs kids express themselves better is my takeaway from the fellowship. I look forward to incorporating this knowledge with my children's art workshop henceforth. Caroline Braithwaite from Trinidad and Tobago, who's a mental health planner, says, this experience came at the best time where I was exploring how to use the talents and skills and education that I already have to make an impact in my community. This fellowship opened my eyes to the myriad possibilities that are available to me in merging my passions in a meaningful way. The presentations and contributions of the other fellows created a rich environment for learning and growth. I'm now filled with so much hope, curiosity, and drive to learn more and to sharpen my tools with this wealth of knowledge from this fellowship. Arts in medicine is where I am called to live out my purpose. I am now convinced and forever grateful for this fellowship. Salma Ben Husuna from Tunisia says, first, allow me to express my deep gratitude for the Arts in Medicine Fellowship experience, which has not only contributed to my personal growth, but has also enhanced my knowledge significantly. Participating in this international program has filled me with pride and gratitude. I want to extend my thanks to every facilitator involved. Each of them generously shared valuable information with their respective fields, within their respective fields of expertise. I particularly enjoyed the sessions on creative practices. Furthermore, topics such as social prescribing, the distinction between arts in health and art therapy, and community-based participatory research were eye-opening for me. Being part of my regional group was a highlight, as it introduced me to amazing individuals and allowed me to forge meaningful friendships. Our project, focused on working with children undergoing hemodialysis, holds a special place in my heart. The experience was not only moving, but also life-changing. Being able to share moments of joy, sing, play the guitar, and draw or paint through a painful situation was immensely touching. It was heartwarming when some of them expressed a desire to learn the guitar like me. In conclusion, words fall short in expressing the depth of my gratitude for this transformative fellowship experience. I'm truly thankful for the opportunity to promote health and well-being through the arts, and for the sense of community and shared purpose that this fellowship has fostered. Sibomugisha Damasin from Uganda, who's an artist and storyteller, said, I recently had the privilege of being part of Arts in Medicine Fellowship program, and I cannot express enough how grateful I am. I cannot express enough how grateful I am for the opportunity. The program was a life-changing experience for me, and it provided me with invaluable skills and knowledge. It was a deeply enriching and fulfilling experience that helped me to gain a deeper understanding of art, public health, and social impact. I think Dr. Bosayo, you're going to take it on from here.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't see the top of the screen, but I think it says my experience of the Arts in Medicine Fellowship has been exceptional. Initially, my idea to be part of it was to connect with practitioners in a similar field globally. However, this fellowship has not been about just exchanging experiences and knowledge while learning from capable facilitators. The coming together of people from diverse backgrounds, professions, and regions has brought about a powerful range of collaborations. All expectations that I had from this experience has been fulfilled and more. I am going away more conscious of responsibilities, confident in my work, and ready to share my expertise while bringing together a range of people for purposes of sustainability and well-being. Thank you for the new friendships, collaborations, and connections. That was from Laja from Nepal. Oh, wow. I just kept listening to your beautiful voice saying that. I was just soaking it all in, and honestly, some of them really touched me because I think it was Carlin that said arts in medicine has helped her to discover her purpose, and now she's living in her purpose because of just attending the program. Above all, I'm just going to say, for everyone that's just joining this cohort, just try to enjoy yourself and use this as healing for yourself as well. We've all gone through so many different things, and we're all from different backgrounds, but let the art itself, let it heal you, so that then you have the capacity to also render this help to others in your different skills and professions. So yes, next we're in for a treat, guys. We're going to listen to a special performance by Simidele Ayodeji. She was in the 2021 cohorts. You're in for a treat, as I said. Enjoy.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. My name is Simidele and I'll be singing for you today. This is a song that I wrote. It doesn't have a title yet, but I hope you enjoy and I hope you're inspired, and welcome once again to Arts in Medicine. Okay. Hello, welcome to this thing called life. Don't you let it pass you by. Oh, we've been waiting for the day you'd arise. They say the journey of 1,000 miles begins when you take a stride. So take a leap on this road of possibilities. Be brave, go chase after all your dreams. Be bold now, row against the stream. Now is your time, can you see it? Keep hope alive and believe that you're the one we've been waiting for. Look up at the stars, you will see that the future is bright. Oh, believe that you're the one we've been waiting for. Show us what you've got in store. Hello, welcome to a brand new day. Don't worry, it is not too late. Shake off the dust, don't let the sun go to waste. Oh, be brave, go chase after all your dreams. Be bold now, row against the stream. Now is your time, can you see it? Keep hope alive and believe that you're the one we've been waiting for. Look up at the stars, you will see that your future is bright. Oh, believe that you're the one we've been waiting for. Show us what you've got in store. Thank you, and hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Guys, it's so good that I was on mute because I was actually singing along and I can't sing, but isn't that just such an amazing song? And just to reiterate what Simidele said, you are the ones that we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for this moment. We've been looking forward to this moment. And we just know that you are, about to make such a big splash in not only your own communities, but globally through the connections that you make here on this fellowship and as you join our alumni as well. So right now we are about to go into the first of our Ignite talks. And so these are inspirational stories of global arts and medicine fellows from around the world. And so I'm gonna now invite Tahima Begum, who is an artist researcher and registered art psychotherapist from the United Kingdom. And she's also part of this cohort, if I'm correct. Madhumita Mishra, who is a visual artist and art therapist, a counseling psychologist from Myanmar, and Emily YX, a multiple award-winning hip-hop artist and activist from South Africa.
Hi everybody, my name is Tamina Begum. I'm an artist, researcher and art psychotherapist with a background in youth and community development work. I'm based in Yorkshire in the United Kingdom. It's really lovely to see everyone here today, and I feel really privileged that I've been given an opportunity to share my practice. So what I've chosen to talk about today is both my artistic practice and my creative practice, and a project that I'm going to illuminate in my clinical practice as an art psychotherapist. So here much of my creative and clinical practice centres around creating psychological safe spaces. This is an international commission that I had called Issues in the Tissues, Pains in the Veins. Much of my creative practice is about identity and belonging and that self-awareness of creating safe spaces. This project, Issues in the Tissues, Pains in the Veins, explored intergenerational trauma. And this particular piece is called Bloodlines of Trauma. And if you can see closely, I try to use materialistic objects and materials that go back to my heritage. So I use saris at the bottom here, and then this is symbolic of the blood during the partition of war for Bangladesh's independence. It was quite a traumatic experience to go back to some of them emotions and feelings, and also it was quite a poignant project because I spoke to my mum, who brought back many memories and many experiences that she had during that time. And a couple of other images from that particular commission include this piece, which is called Molecules of Change. There are 7 colours inside, and this represents it takes 7 generations for intergenerational trauma to pass through the body. And here I've used screen print to look at memories and to look at the hybridity of identities, and then culminating in this piece at the bottom, which is called the Golden Baton of Change, which represents sort of my mum and then going to me and then to my daughter, and what you pass on internally, because that it's gold on the outside, but then there's smelly cheese in the middle, and that represents the diseases and the illnesses and almost them sort of negative behavior traits that you pass on from generation to generation, and what you can do to sort of break them cycles of behavior. And what I love about my creative practice is the element of fun that you can have when you're representing quite sensitive and quite hard topics such as this, that you can educate people in this manner, but do it in a very, very creative way. I was really lucky that this particular commission exhibited nationally here in the UK and then also in Bangladesh as well. So I'm just going to, the last project that I'm going to talk about is one of my therapeutic art projects. So as an art psychotherapist, I worked across psychiatric units, schools, online, but my real passion is creating community art projects, community therapeutic art projects. And I'm just going to talk briefly about one of these projects. So this year I got to work with, it was a partnership project called Mapping Our Better Lives. And it was a partnership project with the British Library and Leeds Social Care with unaccompanied asylum seekers. And these young unaccompanied asylum seekers came from countries from all over the world, so from Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Iraq. And what I tried to do was create a really rich, therapeutic art project where it's a stimulus for art therapy, and it was so amazing. So I tried to use lots of materials that the young people had not maybe used before. So this particular piece is called Journeys in a Jar, where there was lots and lots of imagery, metaphor with the things that they were creating and making. So many of them I thought really carefully, and I planned really, really well. So many of them came through sands and different terrains, and that's what we tried to create within these jars. And we exhibited at Leeds Playhouse, which was the first, back in 2010, was the first theatre of Sanctuary in Leeds. And here you can see some of the end results of the young people's images. We use creative mapping to explore and communicate their stories of personal identity, journeys, home and belonging. And the young people said that it was so amazing for them to be able to talk about their journeys, about leaving home and their first experiences of coming to the UK. For many of them, it was really, really, really traumatic. So bringing up these memories, but also bringing up memories of hope for a better future. It was really wonderful. So that a lot of the visitors described the exhibition as brilliant, emotive and just beautiful, which was really wonderful to see. The young people themselves said that it really helped their self-esteem and it helped grow that cultural capital. For many of them who have left their friends and their families back home, this particular project gave them the opportunity to develop friendships, social connections, as well as gain confidence in the English language. The therapeutic element, which is what I tried to create, was that psychological safe space. It gave them opportunity to reflect, to process and to express their stories of journeys and where they want to be now. The various art materials that I used gave the opportunity for the young people to play, to get messy, and to give that joy, that sense of joy and that pride of creating something, and to be able to exhibit as a prestigious art venue as well.
Thank you. That was great. I believe we're going to be hearing from the other two speakers as well.
Hey everybody, my name is Emil. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. I actually live in Atlanta in the US at the moment, but I'm back in Cape Town at the moment, just teaching in the schools. I'm a qualified school teacher. I started breakdancing in 1982. I am 56 years old at the moment. I left teaching and started researching hip hop as a form to educate young people. This is me with the pioneer of hip hop culture, Cool DJ Herc. I also started South Africa's first hip hop magazine called the Juice Magazine that I share with young people to get them to learn about the history of the culture, and put out various books as well. So I started as a dancer. This is my crew called Pop Glide Crew from Cape Town, South Africa. One of the first people involved in hip hop. I later was lucky enough to represent South Africa at the World Breakdance Champs in Germany. We represented and won third in the world as Black Noise, one of the first full hip hop culture crews from South Africa. And then the next time I went to the World Breakdancing Champs, I took a young boy that was 12-year-old from Cape Town, area called Mitchell's Plain. We taught these young men, and they got a chance to then represent our country. And since then, been able to send more than 250 young people to international events just by, hosting fundraisers, basically in Cape Town, South Africa, and giving young people alternative to travel to international events, similar to the Olympics that you just saw happening in France. And so, yeah, I started as an MC as well with Black Noise, a hip hop group, one of the first hip hop groups in Cape Town, South Africa, released 13 albums with Black Noise, or, back then it was called CDs. Aging myself by saying that out loud. And then, also later on decided to release solo albums, so 14 albums independently, records, I don't know what people call it globally. And this is just showing young people with action that if I can do this, then so can they. And so help others to do the same by releasing compilation albums in my community, locally in Cape Town, South Africa, and then inspiring others in the country, in South Africa, to do the same. And assisting with a project called Heal the Wood Project, where we get voices from our community and the entire country to be heard, who are not signed to any record label, but our insistence is that people listen to the broad scope of voices that are in various communities that don't have access to getting record deals onto radio. And then also I decided to, not only with the Juice magazine, but to write books. And one of my first books I released was called My Hip Hop is African and Proud. And also answering a question that young people had is, what is hip hop? And so I toured libraries and also taught in a language that is Creole from Cape Town. It's called Kaps. And so, those children whose books or did not want to read because the language in the books in the library were not their language, we encouraged them to write, and created a book called Raps, which is rhymes, articles, poetry, short stories, and sketches, where they could then see themselves and their poems and their stories being represented in those books. Those are some of the books. Conscious Rhymes for Unconscious Times. We had version 4 of Raps at the moment. And then I contribute to quite a few books. Tracy Chapman's book about the album. I wrote about my experience with the music. Also, a book called Bushman Creation Stories is a story that is not told in South Africa. And so finally actually published a small book version of the First Nation story and other examples. Another book I created called Reconnect the String, Never Again, Colored for Life, just quite a few publications that I decided to become a part of. And because I'm a teacher, I created this idea of Afrocation, where you actually have Africa centered in the education that you teach in the African schools. And so that's what Heal the Wood is currently doing in schools. And this is actually our form of community activism, which we started in the early 90s with a project called Rap to the Rescue, where we don't only go to schools and rap about things, but we also raise funds so that kids who come to school without lunches are actually fed at the school as well. And then various other projects that I've been involved in over the years. This is my organization. It's called Heal the Wood Project. We're in 14 schools in Cape Town, South Africa. We teach sense of self-worth. And the intention of the organization is to actually pass on knowledge to the next generation. These young men in the corner are now facilitators. They teach in Cape Town, South Africa, in the 14 schools. I'm obviously living in the US and getting them to then travel there to explain the work that they are doing, which is quite groundbreaking in the global context. And these are just some of the events that I put together over the years of fundraisers and hip hop events where we take kids to go and learn to surf. We take them up the mountain, Table Mountain in Cape Town, South Africa. We have a Cape Flats Film Festival we put together where they can show their own stories. We have Positive Poster Day where we challenge the media to say something good about the community.
Amazing. So we have one final speaker.
Hi everyone, I'm Madhumita Mishra. I'm an artist and art therapist, psychology counselor, and my friends and family, they call me Madhu. You all can call me Madhu now. I was very much interested in art and medicine programs since a long time. I'm seeing a lot of postings and a lot of work you all are doing. This organization is actually connecting with the community and work. And I'm really loving it, and I'm really happy that I could make it, and I'm doing it now, part of it. Thank you so much for having me. Little bit brief, I'm telling about myself. That I'm from India, but I live in Nigeria, Ethiopia, and now I'm in Myanmar. And you can see influences from all these countries, from different cultures on my canvas and on my painting. I did master in psychology. I did a certification course in visual art and art therapy. Also, I did a post-graduation certificate in counseling psychology. Right now, I'm pursuing hypnotherapy as well. I started my professional journey in 2020 with Marishtop International in India as an youth and workplace health educator, where I used to impart awareness program, used to take educational sessions with the communities about family health, contraception, and safe abortions. And after that, I got married, and my marriage led to a life of travel. When I was in Ethiopia, I started my career as an artist, and I started putting art exhibitions and started taking art lessons. And there I met a very famous artist, Isha Paturana. I started learning from him also. After that, I moved to Nigeria, where I learned that from my students that this painting and creating art is not only therapeutic for me, it's not only giving space, safe space for me, but also for my students. So I started, blending art and psychology, and with my certification course, I started giving therapeutic lessons through art therapeutic lessons, where I tried to give them freedom from their emotional trauma and teach them how to connect with themselves. I tried to teach them, and it was an awesome journey since then. I take online and offline art therapy sessions. I take group sessions also, workshops also. Right now, I am into a new venture, which is training for trainers on art therapy. I'm doing this in Ethiopia with various counseling centers and organizations all across Myanmar, where I teach counselors how to use art in their therapy sessions. These are some pictures from my recent work from Myanmar. And these are my online sessions. I take online one-on-one sessions as well. My vision is to empower healing through art and create and nurture a space for emotional healing. And I would like to use creativity as a personal growth, as a professional growth as well. And I envision a world, regardless of their culture, regardless of their background, their differences, to have access of this powerful, therapeutic impact of art. And also, I aspire to inspire self-discovery and spiritual growth through creativity and painting, art and painting. So that's all from myself. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to this program.
Thank you so much to all of our speakers. Now invite them up to our Q&A section. So if anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask our three Ignite panel speakers, feel free to put that in the chat, and I'll definitely read that out and just try and spotlight them all. Thank you, Madhumita. That was really lovely hearing about your practice and that you've lived in Nigeria. Wow, amazing. How long and when were you in Nigeria?
I was there for 4.5 years.
Amazing.
I was in Ethiopia also. I can see a lot of friends from Ethiopia. And right now I'm in Myanmar. Also, every country, 5 years, I'm in.
That's amazing. And so how do you feel that arts and health, how does culture come into play in your arts and health journey, knowing that you've lived in all these different countries and practiced there?
Yeah, like I said, I'm traveling a lot, and a lot of changes happened in my life, and a lot of, I had to be very resilient and positive and taking care of my family, my children, my child. Also doing my work. So it was my art only helped me go through all these journeys smoothly and happily, and that gave me safe space. So all this vibrant culture from Africa, especially, had an impact on me and on my painting, definitely.
Fantastic. I'm going to quickly read this question out and throw that up to you, and then Emily, I'll ask you a few questions. So it says, "Hi Madhu, I'm a little curious of your online art therapy sessions. Which mediums work well over the computer? I do arts and health with adults with disabilities and hospital patients, and I'm always looking for new projects." And that was Jenny McCloskey.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, nice. This is interesting, beautiful question. Actually, I take sessions on every medium, like from watercolor to acrylic to clay to collage to mixed media. So we can take everything. We can do with all the mediums.
And then just one more question. Hi, Madhu, that's amazing work. Was it difficult to measure the impact of the work and to convince the medical community of the effectiveness? And that's Idona Jun Ayub.
Hi, Idona. Yeah, it's not that easy because, because science and art, little bit difficult, as I do psychology counseling also. So it's little bit easier to, navigate through the medical faculties and medical line and tell them that, okay, with art, I do psychology counseling also. So that's how I make them convince to send and their patients and at least try this technique. And also I'm just recently, since 2 years, I'm practicing hypnotherapy. So little bit of psychosomatic impact I know. So I try to convince in that line also.
Okay. Emily, I've got a question for you here, which is from Nancy E. Cruson. And the question is, curious to hear how each of you, this is actually for both, but we'll start with Emily, how you got buy-in from community for the community programs. So how did you convince communities to
Yeah, most of them actually, in my case, because we do a lot of rapping and aerosol art, so it's very youth based, And so as soon as they see it, they are intrigued and ask us to come to the schools. And a lot of the talks I do with like Harvard and Stanford, somehow when these huge titles are attached to the experience of who's interested in the work, it becomes easier to actually access various places in the community. It's kind of a reverse thing that's very weird. Like you live in the same community that only takes note when you get input from outside.
Completely, I totally understand that. And this other one, Emily, I'm curious how you straddle the worlds between both the US and South Africa, considering that approaches to arts, health, and hip hop can be culturally contextual? I'm asking because I too am located currently in the US, but my community works mainly in, or mostly, sorry, in India, and that's Akila Kana.
Yeah, it's difficult. A lot of things are based on the economics in the United States. That's the most important conversation everybody wants to have. But there are a lot of parallels between Cape Town specifically and Black America, because I'm from it's a port city, so people are displaced, and a lot of people in Cape Town don't even see themselves as African, ironically. And so we have a huge problem in Cape Town with the sense of identity, and the same in the United States of America, where Black America feels that they're not part of the African continent either. So it's an interesting parallel and conversation that is also connected to a deep sense of self-hate, deep sense of a lot of issues that are problematic in the community, gangs, drugs, violence is all related to that disconnect to our heritage and connection to Africa. So in my case, it's a bit easier because of that parallel. That overlaps both Black America and Cape Town, South Africa.
Mm-hmm. And I was, something that came through in your presentation was around fundraising. And did you have a background in fundraising, or is that a skill set that you've really had to build up because of the work you're doing?
Yeah, and it's, I'm actually back here now to try and get young people to see that most money is actually collected from the masses of the people. And so those people that we sent were actually supported by the community. The community paid for the flights, but we have huge events, people pay at the door. And so, making that connection, especially in these days when young people think that these big organizations that are out there that are making millions are actually going to share, which is not often the truth, right? So you have to find ways in the community for them to also understand the economic power,
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually one of the big reasons that I'm back, to get young people to see that the power of creation is actually the cornerstone of economic success as well, because everything around us has an artist's hand on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just because of time, but Madam Mukta, just wondering how, working online and working offline is, I would say they require different skill sets. What would you say, did you need to pick up to be able to translate some of the work that you're doing into the online setting?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, because in between it was breaking? Yeah.
Sorry. So I was saying that, so facilitating these workshops online and offline require different skill sets. What kind of skill sets do you think you needed to pick up or learn in order to deliver the arts and health, arts and art therapy interventions that you do virtually?
First thing, I struggled with the technology, because I was literally technologically challenged before pandemic. I learned that thing, and yes, I just put different camera, different stand. I research on that. Then also virtually stay connected with all the members. If I'm taking a group sessions, that was really, you need to be very vigilant and very careful, and just genuine and be yourself, and stay connected, empathetic, good connection, internet connection, all those things. I think I learned in all my duration of like 4 or 5 years.
And just maybe one last question to you. Do you work with patients with disabilities as well?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet started. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you to you both. So trying to keep us on
Thank
schedule.
you.
So thank you. And guess what? These guys are in your cohort, so you can continue to connect with them in the chat, in the group. You've got, the next couple of weeks to really deep dive into the work that they're already doing and connecting some of the work that you're doing as well with them. So thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Ita. Thank you, Emily, so much. So I'm going to pass over to Basayo. introduce the next section.
Thank you, Madam Emily. That was very insightful. So we're going to take a quick pause. We're going to listen to music from Nasir Ali Burao. Is a musician and also the president of the Arab Association for Child Creativity. He's from Tunisia, so you're in for another treat. I always bring treats for you guys.
نحب فيها نعيش
ونشوف فيها ناس تعيش.
نحب الحياة دنياها المحبة نحب فيها نعيش ونشوف فيها ناس تعيش شعور وإحساس حوالهم لا باس شعور وإحساس حوالهم لا باس أصل الحياة بلا حب ما تمشيش نحب الحياة وأيامها وبالحب نرضى شرعها وأحكامها نحب الحياة وأيامها وبالحب نرضى شرعها وأحكامها ونقول غدوة الشمس بعد ظلامها ونقول غدوة الشمس بعد ظلامها والروح ليها نبوح ما تخافيش عيش الحياة لو غاب عليك غرامها انسى الملام والحب ما تنسيش الحياة
دنيا المحبة نحب فيها نعيش ونشوف فيها ناس تعيش.
نحب الحياة وانغامها وبالحب نكتب شعرها وكلامها نحب الحياة وانغامها بالحب نكتب شعرها وكلامها ونغني للحياة مدامها ونغني للحياة مدامها هي الأمل ما دمت فيها نعيش الروح لما تحب لها ملامها من غير حب القلب ما يغنيش
دنيا المحبة
نحب فيها نعيش ونشوف فيها ناس تعيش نحب الحياة ودنيا المحبة
نحب فيها نعيش ونشوف فيها ناس تعيش.
شعور وإحساس حوالهم لا باس شعور وإحساس حوالهم لا باس أصل الحياة بلا حب ما تمشيش
Oh, wow, that was wonderful. I only wish I understood Tunisian language, but if you understand the language, please feel free to put the meaning of the song. Meanwhile, Nazir was a fellow of the program as well. Well, we're back from our short music break. Now we're going to be a little more serious again. And we would be having a quick discussion about, response to music or music, the impact of music basically with public health crisis. And we have some very, very important speakers that would be speaking about it, the impact that it has had during COVID, during different outbreaks. Joining me today is my old friend, Timileyin Oyefeso.
Hi, Sarah.
Therapist, is also a lecturer at Coventry University, and Timileyin also sings. I mean, it makes sense that he's here on this conversation, right? Welcome, Timileyin. It's good to have you.
Thank you, Busayo. Thank you for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Kunle, for the opportunity to speak to everyone here today. Hi, guys. Well, my name is Timileyin, as you've heard. Yes, and I was in cohort 4 of the Arts and Medicine Fellowship, now Global Arts and Medicine Fellowship. And during just right after, I think, our session, we had the COVID pandemic. And during the pandemic, we gathered as healthcare professionals to put up a song. We felt the music definitely has an impact, and there's a musical response, or there's an artistry or an art response in healthcare challenges. And will I say COVID was a blessing with the fact that we were able to, it brought out another side of healthcare professionals. It helped us, gave us an opportunity to explore another side of us. And we came up together and created a very wonderful song. We had people from different healthcare sector coming, and we wrote a song, and You're Not Alone, which is still one of the, favorite Global Arts and Medicine Fellowship song. And yeah, you'd see myself and other colleagues there. Art definitely, or music definitely, has a huge impact in such crisis. And research has shown the impact it has. I work as a physiotherapist as well, and I definitely know that even in muscle tone management, we use music therapy as part of our tool to reduce high tone. So you are in for a treat, guys, I just want to encourage us that you can use whatever it is you have, whatever skill you have. You can use whatever skill you have. Just explore. So you'll be listening to one of the interesting songs, or the song that we came up with now, You're Not Alone.
Thank you, Timmy.
No matter how dark the night may be, morning would surely come. After the rainfall, sun would shine again. Don't lose hope.
Hand in hand, yes, we can make the world a better place. Help is not so far, only just look within.
Sometimes don't last forever, you would come out way more stronger.
Don't you give up, don't let go, we're all in this together.
Just how we thought it over, from being in the life of sickness to the minds of darkness. Our call runs over. We are rising like a phoenix from the ashes in pandemic, not an end. And we keep the hope alive. In storm, in tears, we ride, we stand for sure. Together in law, because we care. Just so you know you're not alone.
Oh, wow. That was wonderful. How did this music impact you yourself personally now?
Just myself, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, so I was saying that honestly, it's beautiful. COVID
Yes,
was
it is.
for everyone across the world. There's no matter, whatever good it brought to you, there was some point that every one of us had some kind of anxiety. And so did being a part of this music, how did it impact you personally?
Yeah, I think it was really inspiring. I think it was fulfilling, and there was this, satisfaction. There's a satisfaction we get when we do something good, and hearing the reports, testimonies from the song, people, on their beds, and we had a particular case with people on their beds, and the kind of response we get, letting people know that we are with them, that's feel good moments, just rushes over you, and you get to hear how important, how instrumental you are in people's recovery from the illness. Is actually a very fulfilling experience, and I do not regret it one bit. And should I also say that the lyrics was a contribution from every person on the team. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much, Timmy.
Thank
Now
you.
we go to Dr. Florence. Dr. Florence is a senior lecturer and music psychologist. She's from education. She's also in education and therapy at the Department of Creative Arts, University of Lagos. Hello, Dr. Florence.
Hello, good afternoon. Good to be here this afternoon.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Okay.
Would you like to tell us a little about, your work and its impact on public health, especially in times of crisis and, just challenges?
Yes, the one I sent to Dr. Kunle was on the cholera song, based on the report from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention. They reported the case of having over 1,401 suspected cholera cases. However, 65 were confirmed and 30 resulted to deaths. So we at the Department of Creative Arts, the music psychology section, we decided to create a kind of awareness using an advocacy song. And then we were able to come up with this that we did. We ensured that the kind of music that we put out was one that was able to, add a kind of catchy lyrics. It's so short. It's also a form of education, kind of, because it's something that we really want people to know what is happening around them. And then we ensure that it's also impactful. How did we measure that? We use the social listening approach, where we're able to get people's response on the platform where we shared the music were commendable, in the sense that people were saying, oh, they were really happy about this kind of thing because it's a kind of health education. And then people were also, some of them personally had a kind of personal resonation with the song. So on the long run, we felt that such a thing is very, very timely. is important because it will prevent people from going or having a form of disease that can actually terminate life, especially children who are vulnerable to this kind of attack. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Florence. Honestly, health education in music is just perfect. Let's listen to this video.
In a time of cholera, we will stand with clean water and care. Together we'll fight, we'll heal and cope. In every heart we'll bless the seed of hope.
Wash your hands, stay clean. And in one accord, we go stand together, not chop any house, stay safe. No matter what's in the sun, we go fight to the end. Wash your hands, stay clean. And in one accord, we go stand together, not chop any house, stay safe. No matter what's in the sun, we go fight to the end.
No matter what's in the sun,
Just stay clean.
and if it don't let go,
We go still fight to the end.
leave your body there.
Make you go see your
Go see your doctor. Class 2025, tell me so. Say, if you get cholera, if you turn funeral, if you know they stay clean, if you go they fall sick, get it close, get it food, get it fingernails, we go make body they hot, make you the purge, make you the rush. So you have to stay clean, no matter what, stay fit, no matter what in the soul, we go fight to the end. Class 2025, telling you to stay clean, stay clean, stay clean.
Wash your hands, stay clean. And in one accord, we go stand together, no chop any house, stay safe. No matter what's in the sun, we go fight to the end. Wash your hands, stay clean. And in one accord, we go stand together, no chop any house, stay safe. No matter what's in the sun, we go fight to the end.
No matter what's in the sun,
Just stay clean.
and if it don't let go,
We go still fight to the end.
leave your body there.
Make you go see your doctor.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Florence and Timileyin Oyefeso. This is such reassuring and educative ways to use music. So thank you so much for that. Real quick, we're going to go to listen to more inspirational stories from arts in medicine, alumni, people who are around the world, and the impacts they're making. First person we'll be hearing from is Dr. Bizrain Lamia. She's a medical doctor and also a salsa dancer from Saudi Arabia. And I believe she is in Discord. So I think this is just a fantastic code. There's lots of people with different kinds of skills that we can all learn from each other.
I'm a medical doctor and dance instructor and performer from Morocco, and I'm very excited to be with you here. So I decided to start my presentation with this famous quote by Maya Angelou: "Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud." So I was born and raised in Morocco and proudly part of the indigenous Amazigh population. I've lived in various cities in Morocco and France, which exposed me to different cultures and broadened my perspective. I am now based in Saudi Arabia. Discovering this country, its culture, and engaging with its people have been a beautiful and inspiring experience. I studied medicine and became a certified medical doctor in 2023. I had the opportunity to intern in various hospitals across Morocco, which exposed me to diverse healthcare settings and challenges. I was also actively involved in community projects, providing medical consultation in secluded regions in Morocco. Also, engaging in academic research was another highlight of my medical training. I had organized bi-monthly sessions for critically reviewing articles. I also received the first prize at the University Research Day with a group of colleagues, and I was awarded the National Thesis Award, which was a significant achievement for me. During medical school, I co-founded a nonprofit, Les Petits Rayons du Soleil. We organized weekly activities for children hospitalized in oncology and hematology departments. Week after week, we watched these beautiful children open up, transforming from scared, vulnerable, and sick children into confident, expressive, and joyful kids. We also noticed a significant impact on their parents and caretakers who found comfort and relief seeing these children engaged and happy. Les Petits Rayons du Soleil also advocated for mental health and well-being among hospital staff. So we organized support circles for medical staff, as well as events that brought patients and staff together. This helped strengthen team bonds, improving the overall atmosphere, which in turn enhanced the quality of care provided. I also organized the first edition of the Teddy Bear Hospital. I was introduced to this project during my time in France, and I was super excited to bring it back to my community. The project aims to make medical visits less intimidating for children by simulating hospital settings and in a fun and educational way with their teddy bear as their patients. We also provided children with age-appropriate information about topics like blood and organ donation. Beyond medicine, I participated in community projects centered around arts. For example, Education for All, where we renovated a school in the Atlas Mountains and also organized artistic and educational activities for children. And we watched these children again open up and eagerly participating in these activities like painting, writing, recycling, and theater. So I'm a doctor by day and I'm also a dancer by night. I've been exposed to the arts from a very young age with a strong family connection to the arts. My late grandpa here was one of the first Amazigh poets in the south of Morocco. And both my sisters were part of their school's team, singing and dancing teams. My form of art is movement. I started dancing around the age of 5, training in various styles and performing with the local semi-professional team in my city. I continued dancing throughout medical school and joined the professional MoMA dance company in Casablanca, where I trained to become a dance instructor specializing in New York style. And then in 2019, as you can see here, I participated and won the national improvisation competition. Later, I founded my own dance school, Salsabi Dance School, and began teaching in different cities in Morocco and also abroad. And salsa became a powerful tool of connection for me. It allowed me to connect and meet beautiful and wonderful people wherever I go or travel. And even during stressful moments and periods like the COVID pandemic, I held some salsa classes for my colleagues, and it provided them with a much needed sense of relief. So after moving to Saudi Arabia, dance allowed me to meet and exchange with amazing local dancers with whom I started performing in these beautiful projects. And 2024 for me is a year of exploration. I decided to become a full-time dancer and started exploring different styles, investing in my dance education. And all of this helped me to connect my knowledge of medicine to my dance expertise, which then allowed me to develop dance classes that promote well-being and honor every dancer's uniqueness, both physically and mentally. So besides dance, I'm passionate about other forms of art like painting, drawing, photography. My vision and goal here is to educate and empower my community to improve their well-being and encourage the systemic integration of arts in health in my country, Morocco, fostering an engaged and educated society, empowered society, and hopefully reducing the use of drugs to heal. So this is what inspired me to apply to the fellowship and to be with you here today. And I want to leave you with these 2 questions. What would be like what would it be like if every human being had access to art practice? And how can we make it possible? My name is Lamia Bizran. I'm a medical.
Oh, wow, that's very inspiring from Lamia. We're going to hear quickly from Priya Odera. And in the meantime, while we hear from Priya, please, if you have questions for any of these people, kindly put your questions in the chat box. We will be taking a few questions right after. Priya is a medical student in England and an interdisciplinary artist.
Hello, my name is Priya Odedva. I'm an interdisciplinary artist and graduate medical student based in London, United Kingdom. I'm going to go through some of the key milestones on my journey so far. So growing up, I enjoyed both the arts and sciences, but I felt like I had to pick one. To postpone this choice, I took a year out of college and volunteered at a Red Cross hospital in Japan. This was a formative experience for me, as I was able to delve into a new culture, traditions, and healthcare system, which allowed me to embrace diversity in my practice from quite early on. After this, I did an undergraduate degree in biochemistry and English literature. This was quite an unusual combination, as you can imagine, going from the lab to a lecture on Shakespeare. Most people thought I was a bit mad, but I had the opportunity to design an exhibition on the history of medicine, which involved looking through medical archives and old anatomical illustrations, like these here. And this inspired me to do a master's in art and science that commenced my journey as a visual artist. During this, I experimented with different creative mediums and processes, including performance, photography, digital art, and organic materials. I also organised workshops for artists and scientists to come together, share ideas and ways of working. So 3 emerging themes I noticed in my artwork were interactivity, the use of sensory modalities and imagination, which are integrated in my installation, the Arborometer. This involves a geodesic dome encasing 2 trees, soil, and a pool of water. Biosensors inside measure the viewer's physiological response, and information from this is translated to activate flow lights and speakers under the water. So everyone's experience of the artwork is different in the space according to their emotional state. And here are some time lapses showing in action. So in my role as an artist, a project I'd like to highlight is a collaboration with a researcher who develops new medical technologies like miniature imaging probes to guide surgery. One strand of the project was creative exchange of questions, ideas and concerns between scientists and clinicians working on the new technologies and prospective patients who will be most affected by them. The aim here was to build meaningful connections between these groups. And here are some of the outcomes. So scientists were tasked with filming a 1-minute response to a question from the patients using creative mediums. And here is one from a scientist who decided to use Minecraft, an analogy to convey his research. And so another strand was a multi-sensory experience made in collaboration with a game designer, which allows the viewer to experience how such technologies work inside the body, using principles of light, play and sound. And here's a walkthrough of the virtual exhibition itself. So during this time, I also worked in communications for various humanitarian and environmental charities, which highlighted the importance of ensuring the voices of local people and marginalised communities are heard through media outputs. When COVID-19 hit, I felt compelled to utilise my skills and background in a more practical way, in particular within healthcare, so I decided to apply for graduate medicine and started the course in 2022. As a medical student with a creative background, I hope to implement a holistic and intersectional approach to patient care. My research has explored how the arts can help to address health inequalities and facilitate understanding between healthcare professionals and patients. For example, I looked into creative interventions like body mats for patients who have experienced displacement and trauma. This took me on quite a personal journey into my family history of displacement and inspired me to create a body map of my own. And recently, I got some funding to improve engagement with homeless people in healthcare, given the severe inequity and stigma faced by this community. So that's it from me. I look forward to hearing about your journeys and exploring our shared interests.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I think it's safe to include scientists and environmentalists to Priya's bio. Anyway, I'm sure people are, preparing questions and all of that for Priya and Lamia. Amazing, amazing work, guys. I'm going to hand you over to, okay, yes, we have Priya here. Hi, Priya.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice to meet everyone. Good, thank you.
How are you guys doing? I've got just one question for both of you, and that would be in all of the work you have done so far, which is amazing, by the way, what's the major challenge you've encountered in all of the different settings, maybe your different, or what, yeah, major challenges?
I think for me, it does feel quite niche still, bringing together the arts and sciences. Like I know I mentioned at the start, like when I was at school, it was kind of expected to pick one route, but a lot of people are doing work integrating both now. But it does still feel like people a little bit kind of look at you a bit confused, like, oh, okay, you want to make something creative based on, some scientific research or to improve healthcare. It just, I don't know, there's still like a little bit of a disconnect, but I think we're getting there for sure.
That's interesting. I actually look forward to seeing how you bring everything together, because it looks like you deal with a lot of media, science, physics, all sorts. Well done. All right, we'll go to Lamia. Hello. I think you're muted, Lamia.
Yes, hi. I couldn't unmute myself. Sorry.
So yes, do you want to share some of
So
the?
I love what Priya. Yeah, go on, Desira. I'm sorry.
No, I was just trying to repeat the question.
Yes. So I love what Priya just said. Like merging both science and the scientific and artistic parts of our brains is something that I find so fascinating. And I've met a lot of artists in my life and my experiences, and whenever an artist has some kind of scientific background, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but they just have this like super nice point of views and super nice ways of analyzing arts and embracing arts, which is so beautiful. And I wish it would be more encouraged in our society. Like you can be a scientist and you can be an artist. And for me, science is a form of art too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lamia and Priya. Thank you. It was awesome having you. And we look forward to more work during this, during your fellowship. Quick announcement for everyone, especially the people new cohorts. IDs have been sent in your congratulatory email, so please take note of the ID numbers. It will be needed during the course of the program. Also, excuse me, payment confirmations have been sent as well if you had made payments. And lastly, everyone is required to select two media or two theme of interest that you're interested in during the course of your program. This is to be implemented in your project, presentation at the Global Arts and Health Festival. So yes, I would hand you over to Oyinda now. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks, Basayo, and thank you to our speakers, Lamia and Priya. That was really interesting. I did put a question in the chat, so hoping for some answers there. But yes, it's been such a fantastic afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're joining us from. And we are actually about to go into a bit of a musical. I don't want to say interlude because it's actually part of the program, but looking at music language, Mandarin Chinese from Penny Chan. Thank you so much. And that was Penny Chan, who is a Global Arts and Medicine Fellowship member of Cohort 7 from Malaysia. Hi, Penny.
Hi.
Oh, thank you so much for that performance. Do you want to talk to us a little bit? You've got about a minute, but explain a little bit about the song you chose.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. And hi, everyone. I'm Penny. And this is actually a song. It's called Ode to the Pear Blossom. It is an aria from the traditional Chinese Peking opera that particularly sing by a character called Yang Guifei. She's the concubine from the emperor in the Tang Dynasty. And this lyrics is actually talking about, it's a symbolic piece that capture the essence of traditional Chinese aesthetic and blending the nature, beauty, and profound emotional depth. And it also uses the imaginary of the pear blossom to explore the themes of the beauty, love, and loneliness, and also the transcends nature of life. And this area is also reflects the deep emotions of the concubine, which is Yang Guifei, as her how's her situation and also the impermanence of her positions. Yeah.
I feel like I heard it in a show I was watching called Yangshi's Palace, but maybe I'm making that. It was okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate you today joining us and sharing that wonderful, wonderful performance with us. I'm gonna hand back over to Busayo, who will.
Thank you. That was truly soon, and I feel like I would love to listen to that while I'm getting massage. But okay, let's do a quick rundown of the faculty members for this cohort. These are people that you'll be interacting with during the time on the fellowship. As you guys can tell, the faculty is very interesting, and there's lots of different skills that you are welcome to, basically. And I'm sure that you can already tell some of the works that are interesting you from the bios that have been put under the pictures. I'm going to quickly move over to Oyinda now before I keep talking.
Yeah, and do you know what's amazing is that a lot of our faculty were actually previous fellows, and I think that really speaks to just how the impact that they felt the fellowship had on them and the willingness to contribute as faculty members. I think we'll move on now to introducing our board members and the leadership team as well.
Just a quick one before I hand over to Oyinda. Would like to recognize some of our board members who are here. Gigi is here, I believe. Dr. Radhika is here. Ted is here. Amy and Magda. Thank you so much for coming. Over to Oyinda.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My goodness, what a wonderful, wonderful opening ceremony we've had so far. It's hard to believe that we're approaching the end of the session, but I'd love to use this opportunity to invite Dr. Jane Radhika, who's part of the faculty of the Global Arts Medicine Fellowship, and she's and the founder of First Drop Theatre India, to give us our closing remarks and our vote of thanks. If we can highlight Dr. Jane. Oh, there we go.
Okay. So yeah, hello all, and hope each of you have been as inspired by this opening ceremony as I am. I really got to know so much about the wonderful work so many of you are doing, and you came out and shared this work with all of us. So thank you for that. And as we conclude this wonderful opening, I really want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for being here today. Integrating arts with medicine and healthcare is a space which I think has an immense potential, and it really deserves to be explored more. And your presence here today signifies a lovely commitment to really exploring this potential. The Global Arts in Medicine Fellowship, I hope, is a start to a journey that truly realizes the potential of this integration. So today, we have laid the groundwork for a fellowship that endeavors to combine creativity and healing. Art, I feel, has the power to tap into deep emotions, to help express the unexpressed, and to really bring people together by transcending boundaries. And this can be a powerful force that medicine and healthcare can tap into and benefit from, while of course trying to enhance holistic healing, whether it is the physical healing, the emotional healing, the psychological healing. So as we all take our next steps from here, it would be worth holding on to the fact that this fellowship is more than a program. It is a vibrant community of pioneers eager to challenge the norms and redefine possibilities. You all are those pioneers. So together we will dive into innovative projects, share insights, support one another, and really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in both arts and healthcare and medicine. So I would say let us embrace this opportunity with open minds and compassionate hearts. And may our collaborative efforts really lead to groundbreaking approaches that not only advance our fields, but also enrich the lives of those we touch. So thank you once again for joining this remarkable opening ceremony, this journey. And here's to the future that we will create together. And welcome to the Global Arts in Medicine Fellowship.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We really appreciate that. And I'm going to also invite one of our faculty members, Ted Mayer, to say a few words as well. It's lovely to have you join us on the fellowship.
Thank you so much. I'm just so amazed seeing the talent and everybody's dedication. And welcome from LA. It's nice to represent here.
Thank you so much. We're looking forward to your session as well in the fellowship.
I know I'm watching what everybody's doing, thinking I really need to up my game a little bit. So I will be redoing my slides, and I'll have something good for you. They just changed my time, I guess, to Saturday, so I hope you guys can all make it.
All right. Look forward to seeing you then, Ted. Thank you.
Nice to meet you all virtually.
So I'm going to hand back over to Basar, who's going to, Dr. Basar, who's going to speak about the announcements.
Thank you, Inda. Thank you, Ted and Radhika. It's been really lovely. The 2 hours have flown by really quickly. Just to reiterate the announcements, your ID numbers are in the congratulatory emails. Your confirmation for payment has been sent as well. And please choose 2 themes of you are interested in, because it's going to be needed for the final festival projects. That will be all. It's been really amazing having everyone here, and it's been such a privilege to, host with the wonderful Oyinda. So yes, we're rounding up. We're done already. I'd like for everyone to please turn on their camera.